One of the most common messages I get is, I want to start dividend investing, but I only have a few $100s. Where do I even begin? And the truth is, most popular dividend ETFs make it hard. VYM trades at over $150 a share. DVY is over $153. Even VOO is past $600. But there are 3 dividend ETFs, all trading under $50 right now, that could help you start building passive income with whatever you have. One of them yields over 4.8%. Another just did a 3-for-1 stock split, specifically to become more accessible. And the third? It quietly returned almost 22% in the last year. And nobody is talking about it. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. I'm going to walk you through each one, what it holds, what it pays, and exactly how much income you could potentially generate starting with just $5,000. But the last ETF on this list is the one that might surprise you the most, so stick around for that. Let's start with the one you probably already know. SCHD, Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF. This is the single most popular dividend ETF in the investing community, and it used to be hard to buy in small amounts. Before October 2024, a single share of SCHD cost around $85. For someone investing $500 a month, that meant they could only buy 5 or 6 shares. Then Schwab did something that changed everything. They executed a 3-for-1 stock split. Every one share became 3 shares. The price dropped from roughly $85 to about $28 overnight, and today, SCHD trades at just $31.11. That means, with $500, you can now buy 16 shares of SCHD. With $5,000, over 160 shares. The fund didn't change at all. Same 104 quality dividend stocks, same 0.06% expense ratio, same 3.37% yield. The only thing that changed is how easy it is to own. And the numbers behind SCHD are still excellent. Over the past year, it returned 15.24%. Over 10 years, 12.8% annualized. It screens for quality. Every stock must have at least 10 years of consistent dividend payments, plus pass 4 financial health tests. That's why companies like Broadcom, AbbVie, Coca-Cola, and Home Depot are all in there. If Harry puts $5,000 into SCHD at today's price, he gets roughly 160 shares. At a 3.37% yield, that's about $168.50 per year in dividends. Not life-changing, but it's a start. And if Harry adds $500 every month for 5 years, his position could potentially grow to around $38,400, generating over $1,200 a year in dividend income. SCHD is the foundation. It's the one most people should start with. But it's not the highest yielding option on this list. Not even close. ETF number 2 is SPYD, SPDR Portfolio, S&P 500 High Dividend ETF. And this one takes a completely different approach to finding income. Where SCHD picks 104 stocks based on quality metrics, SPYD takes the 80 highest yielding stocks in the entire S&P 500 and buys all of them. Equal weighted, not market cap weighted, equal. That means every stock gets the same slice of the pie, regardless of how big the company is. SPYD trades at $47.25. Its yield, over 4%. And its expense ratio is just 0.07%, basically the same as SCHD. On a $10,000 investment, you'd pay just $7 in annual fees. But here's what makes SPYD different from everything else on this list. It includes real estate. Over 21% of the fund is in real estate investment trusts, REITs. Another 13% is in utilities. And 17% is in financials. This is not a tech-heavy fund. This is a pure income machine, built around the sectors that historically pay the most in dividends. Now that REIT exposure is a double-edged sword. REITs tend to pay higher dividends, which is great for income. But REIT dividends are typically taxed as ordinary income, not at the qualified dividend rate. So, if you're holding SPYD in a taxable account, you might owe more at tax time than you'd expect. In a retirement account like a Roth IRA, that tax issue disappears, which is exactly where a fund like SPYD could shine the brightest. Over the last 5 years, SPYD has returned 9.7% annualized, similar to SCHD, but the income advantage is clear. 4% plus versus 3.37% means SPYD puts more cash in your pocket per dollar invested. Harry's $5,000 in SPYD buys him roughly 105 shares. At a 4% yield, that's about $204 per year, $35 more than SCHD from the same investment. If income is Harry's priority and he's buying inside a tax-advantaged account, SPYD deserves a serious look. Now for the one nobody is talking about. ETF number 3 is FDL, First Trust Morningstar Dividend Leaders Index Fund. It trades at $44.72. And what this fund has done over the last year is, honestly, kind of ridiculous. FDL returned 21.95% in the last 12 months, not the S&P 500, a dividend ETF. For context, SCHD returned 15%. SPYD returned 12.9%. FDL crushed them both. And it's not just a one-year fluke. Over the past 5 years, FDL has returned 13.2% annualized. Over 3 years, 11.6%. These numbers are consistently strong. But wait, it gets better. FDL's yield? 4.85%. That's the highest on this entire list, almost 1.5 percentage points above SCHD. So, what's the catch? The expense ratio. FDL charges 0.43%. That's more than 7 times what SCHD charges. On a $100,000 portfolio, SCHD costs you $60 a year. FDL costs $430. The gap is real. But here's the math that matters. FDL's 5-year total return of 13.2% minus its 0.43% expense ratio still leaves you with roughly 12.77% net returns. SCHD's 9.69% minus 0.06% leaves 9.63%. Even after fees, FDL has been winning by over 3 points per year. FDL tracks the Morningstar Dividend Leaders Index, roughly 100 stocks selected for the highest yields that also demonstrate dividend consistency and sustainability. Like SCHD, it excludes REITs entirely, so you get high yield without the REIT tax complications. Its top holdings include ExxonMobil, AbbVie, Philip Morris, Verizon, and Chevron. Heavy energy and healthcare exposure. These are companies that have been printing dividends for decades. Harry puts $5,000 into FDL and gets roughly 111 shares. At 4.85% yield, that's about $242.50 per year in dividends. $74 more than SCHD from the same $5,000 investment. Over 5 years of dollar cost averaging $500 per month, FDL's historical 13.2% return could potentially grow Harry's investment to around $42,100. So which one should you buy? If you want the safest, most proven foundation with the lowest fees, SCHD. It's the Toyota Camry of dividend ETFs. Reliable, efficient, and everyone's happy with it. If you want maximum current income in a tax-sheltered account and you're comfortable with REIT exposure, SPYD. It pays more per dollar invested and costs almost nothing in fees. If you want the highest yield and you don't mind paying a slightly higher expense ratio for consistently superior total returns, FDL. This is the hidden gem that most dividend channels aren't covering. The beautiful part? All 3 are under $50 a share. You could put $1,667 into each, $5,000 total, and own shares of all 3. Your combined portfolio would hold over 280 different companies, yield roughly 4% on average, and cost you less than 20 cents a day in total fees. That's the real message here. You don't need $20,000 to start building dividend income. You need $50. And a plan. If you want to see how these stack up against the bigger dividend ETFs like VYM and DGRO, those breakdowns are right here. And if you're just getting started with dividend investing, drop a comment with your first ETF. I read every single one.